You know that feeling, right? You're trying to hit a goal, learn something new, maybe just get a bit more calm in your day. But your mind is just buzzing everywhere. Feels impossible to sort of wrangle.
Oh, absolutely. We've all been there. It feels like the default setting sometimes.
Exactly. So today we're doing a real deep dive into mind discipline, not just the idea, but how to actually use it to get control, get focused.
Right. For better learning, maybe a calmer life overall.
And it's something a lot of people struggle with,
Mhm.
controlling those thoughts. The source material we're looking at today has some really practical insights.
Yeah, it comes from a conversation that was, focused on learning English, actually. But the principles, they apply pretty much everywhere.
Totally universal. So our mission today is to really dig in, pull out the core ideas about mind discipline, and importantly, find those actionable steps you can use right away.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so first things first, when we say disciplining your mind, what does that actually mean? What are we trying to do here?
Well, fundamentally, it's about getting a handle on your thinking. It's about control, uh, choosing where your focus goes.
Choosing your focus. Okay.
Yeah, and resisting distractions, whether they're, things around you or just thoughts popping into your head. The source uses this great analogy,
Oh, yeah.
comparing the mind to a wild horse. Untrained, it just bolts off in any direction, follows any impulse.
That's a powerful image.
Mm.
It really, it sticks, doesn't it? A wild horse.
It does. And like training a horse, it takes consistent effort, some understanding of how it works.
Right. You can't just expect it to behave overnight.
Exactly. But the benefits, as the source points out, are pretty significant. Staying calmer under pressure, staying focused on what you're doing,
Yeah.
and just having that grit, that perseverance when things get tough.
That mental toughness, that's huge.
It really is. And, the source is realistic about why this is hard. It doesn't pretend it's easy.
Which is good, because it is hard.
Totally. It mentions all the obvious stuff, the phone's buzzing, social media constantly pulling at us, just the noise and stress of modern life.
It's like the world is designed to scatter our attention.
It kind of is, yeah. But it's also about our internal habits, too, right? That tendency we have to just give up when something feels difficult.
Ugh, yes.
Yeah.
That voice that says, oh, this is too hard, or I'm too tired.
And boom, the effort just evaporates.
Yeah.
But a really key point from the source is that the starting point, the absolute first step, is wanting to change that. You need that initial desire.
You have to actually want a more focused, maybe more resilient mind.
Precisely. That's the foundation. And speaking of that internal voice, the source material really zeroes in on self-talk.
Okay, yeah, that conversation we have in our heads all the time.
Exactly. It's this constant commentary, and it shapes what we believe about ourselves, what we think we can do. And often it's kind of subconscious.
We don't even realize we're doing it sometimes.
Right. And the source gives some really clear examples of negative self-talk. Things like, I'm too tired, or specifically for the English context, I'm just not good at English. I'll never be fluent.
Oof. Yeah, those sound familiar.
Yeah.
And the consequence.
You stop trying. If you tell yourself you'll never be fluent, why bother putting in the effort today?
Yeah.
Right. You basically talk yourself out of succeeding.
You sort of pre-program the failure. Wow.
It's quite powerful, yeah. But the flip side is also true, and this is the encouraging part.
Okay, good.
The source gives these alternative, positive self-talk examples. Things like, I'm learning, I'm improving, I can do this.
Simple phrases, but powerful.
They really are, because consciously choosing to think and even say these things starts to rewire how you respond to challenges. You're building a different narrative.
So it's not just wishful thinking, it's actively retraining your brain.
That's the idea. It's like cognitive restructuring, basically, which leads us neatly into one of the really practical techniques the source talks about, mental training through repetition. They actually have this section, repeat after us.
Ah, okay, so it's very direct.
Super direct. They give specific sentences to repeat, things like, I can learn English, or more generally, I speak better every day, or my abilities improve daily. Also, my mind is strong, and I keep going, even when it's hard.
Wow, okay, so you literally say these things.
Yeah. It's framed as an active mental workout. You're not just saying words, you're trying to internalize the belief. You're consciously building that positive pathway.
Like doing mental push-ups or something.
Kind of, yeah. You're strengthening that more empowering inner voice by practicing it.
That makes sense. And it ties into the next point too, doesn't it? About building small daily habits.
Absolutely. This is such a key takeaway, I think, moving away from this idea that you need some huge dramatic change all at once.
Right, which can feel overwhelming and make you not even start.
Exactly. Instead, the focus is on the power of small, consistent actions, like just 10 minutes a day of English practice, listening, reading, whatever.
Or the other example they used, feeling stronger just by taking a 5-minute walk, or stretching, or drinking some water. Tiny things.
Tiny things, done consistently. And here's the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
You do them even when you don't feel like it, even without motivation.
Ah, okay. That's the discipline part kicking in. Breaking free from needing to feel inspired first.
Precisely. This tackles what the source calls the motivation myth.
The motivation myth. I like that.
Yeah, this idea that we have to wait for motivation to strike before we can act. But often, maybe usually.
Motivation comes after you start.
Exactly. The act of starting generates its own momentum. You just have to begin.
They use the toothbrushing analogy, right?
Yeah, perfect example. Nobody leaps out of bed thrilled to brush their teeth.
Oh, definitely not.
But we do it anyway. It's a habit. It's automatic. We don't debate it or wait for inspiration.
So the goal is to make things like learning or positive thinking more like brushing your teeth, just something you do.
That's the principle, yeah. Less reliance on fleeting feelings, more on consistent action.
Okay, so pulling these ideas together, the source gives some simple, actionable tips to actually build this discipline.
Yeah, 5 really straightforward ones. Concrete things you can start doing.
Let's go through them. First, wake up with purpose. Have an intention for the day, like, today I'll focus on learning for X minutes.
Right. Start with intention. Second, avoid negative thoughts.
Okay.
Or rather, catch them, notice them, and actively choose to change or reframe them. Don't just let them run wild.
Become aware of them.
Yeah.
Okay, third, use a timer. Set it for, say, 10 minutes of focused study or practice. Short, manageable bursts.
Takes away that I don't have time excuse.
Pretty much. Fourth, speak out loud. Say those positive, affirmative sentences we talked about earlier. Actually vocalize them.
Reinforce it through speaking. Makes sense. And fifth,
Do one thing at a time. Resist multitasking. Give your full attention to the task at hand, even if it's just for those 10 minutes.
focus. Okay, those are really practical. Nothing too complicated there. No, that's the beauty of it. It's about the power of simple, consistent actions. And they even give a couple of real-life examples.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Like journaling.
Yeah.
Just writing one page each morning, not necessarily for anyone else, but just to observe your thoughts, maybe guide them a bit.
A way to see what's going on in there.
Exactly. Or another one. When you feel stressed or overwhelmed, just stopping to take, say, 5 deep breaths.
The breathing technique. Simple, but effective.
Really effective. It just brings you back to the present moment, helps you reset. So it makes you think, doesn't it, for you listening?
Yeah.
What's one small thing, one realistic daily action you could start?
That's the perfect setup for this week's challenge. We want to make this really concrete for you.
Keep it simple, keep it doable.
Exactly. So here it is, 2 parts. First part. Every morning this week, just one positive sentence said out loud.
Out loud is key.
Out loud. Pick one like, I am learning, or I am focused, or I don't give up, whatever resonates. But say it like you mean it. Feel it.
Feel the intention behind it. Okay, and the second part.
Second part. Commit to just 10 minutes with your learning goal each day. If it's English, 10 minutes of listening, reading, speaking practice. If it's something else, 10 focused minutes on that.
Just 10 minutes. Every day, consistency over intensity.
That's it. The positive affirmation in the morning, the 10 minutes of focused action, they seem small, but they connect.
They absolutely do. It's all part of training the mind, building those disciplined habits. It lays the foundation for stronger learning, for personal growth, really for anything you want to achieve.
So how does the source wrap this all up?
It uses one final analogy, which I really like. It compares the mind to a garden.
A garden, okay.
Yeah. If you actively cultivate it, plant positive thoughts, your intentions, good things will grow. You'll foster focus, peace, success.
But if you neglect it,
Then the weeds take over, right? Negative thoughts, distractions, they just choke out the good stuff. So you have to tend your mental garden.
I like that. Tend your mental garden. It's a really nice, encouraging final thought, too, isn't it? They end with something like,
You are doing better than you think, just don't stop. Something like that. Very reassuring.
it is. Keep going.
Yeah. And maybe a final thought to leave you with, building on that garden idea.
Go on.
Just consider this. If you really started consciously directing your thoughts, like carefully tending that garden every day, how might that fundamentally change things? Not just your learning, but like your whole experience of the world.